Hello everyone. So in the previous session, we have started with the module, okay, so called transformer. So in the third module, we have two chapters, one is transformer and another one is domestic wiring. So we have started with the transformer. And in the transformer, I have already explained you about the constructional parts of the transformer and the types of the transformer, then working principle of the transformer. So next let us see the EMF equation of a transformer. In the EMF equation of a transformer, we need to have the transformer diagram. So you know the representation of the transformer, and so of course we have the input. We have the input voltage in terms of sinusoidal, and similarly we get the output that is in the form of sinusoidal. And you can see here, consider a sinusoidally varying voltage V1. Okay, as I have already explained you in the earlier session, so we consider the voltage at the primary winding, that is from the source, AC source, and let us call this as V1. Okay, since we provide the voltage at the primary winding, we call it as V1. And already you know that the primary winding gets excited by this voltage, that is input AC voltage, and from this current passes through the winding, the primary winding. When the alternating current passes through the winding, there will be change in flux. Okay, so when the change in flux links with the secondary coil or the secondary winding, EMF gets excited in the secondary part of the transformer, that is based on the mutual induction. So as I have already told you that here the working of the transformer depends on the principle of mutual induction, and so EMF will be induced in the secondary part of the transformer. And you can see here, you can see a sinusoidal signal which we feed at the input, and similarly we get sinusoidal at the output. And here, you can just observe this figure. So we have represented in the form of phi. Okay, so why we have represented in this form of phi? So you can see, due to this voltage, that means due to the input voltage, sinusoidally varying magnetic flux is set up. So remember, due to this change in voltage or the alternating, because of this alternating voltage and the alternating current, so here the varying magnetic flux is set up. So that is because of what? Due to the change in magnetic flux. That is due to the change in magnetic flux. So that is why in the we have expressed the magnetic flux in this form. And you can just observe this figure. So here initially we have 0, so phi m, and of course it comes to 0 and it goes to the negative. So negative that is a maximum flux, and similarly it goes to 0, and the duration we have taken here as t. So the duration we have taken here as t. Now based on the change in flux, we are going to derive the EMF equation of a transformer. Based on this waveform, we are going to derive EMF equation. And before we consider this EMF equation of a transformer, we need to express the average EMF induced in a transformer. Okay, that is according to Faraday's law. So we know that E is equal to N into d phi by dt. Okay, so small e. So here we represent the average value as small e, which is induced according to Faraday's law, which can be expressed as N into d phi by dt, and E is equal to, so what is N? N is nothing but number of turns. So number of turns N, and so here we have d phi. So d phi is nothing but the change in flux. So this can be expressed as, change in flux means here the change in flux between the maximum flux and the minimum flux. So now I consider this as phi 2 minus phi 1, treating phi 2 as the maximum flux and phi 1 as the minimum flux. Now look at the waveform. So here again N into, so what is phi 2, which is the maximum flux over here? The maximum flux is phi m, right? So this is the maximum flux, so that we have obtained in the waveform. So phi m minus, and which is the minimum flux here? Minimum flux is 0. So minimum flux is 0. So we have taken only with some duration, that is dt, and so with the duration of the 0 to t by 4, so we have calculated the change in flux, that is 0 to phi m. So with the duration of t by 4, so I am substituting dt as t by 4. And now we can simplify this expression. E is equal to, so what happens here? So we can take, so this T by 4, okay, that is 4 into n phi m, right, and so divided by T. I have taken 4 in the numerator, so we get E is equal to n phi m divided by T, and we know that 1 by T is equal to F, because the frequency is the reciprocal of time. E is equal to, so 4 n phi m into F. So now we have obtained E, that is the average induced EMF. So E is equal to 4 n phi m into F. But finally we need to express this EMF equation in terms of the RMS value. Now how can we convert this average value into RMS value? So you have already learned that form factor is equal to RMS value divided by average value. Okay, so form factor is equal to RMS value divided by average value. So now we have obtained average value, but we need to express the same equation in terms of RMS value. So now RMS value, so straight away I write it as capital E, because as I have already explained in the earlier session, we express the RMS value in capital letters E, which is equal to, so which is equal to form factor into average value. So what is the standard value of the form factor? That is 1.11, okay, which is 1.11. So that we have already derived in the previous chapters. So 1.11 into, so we have obtained here, so 4n phi m into F. Of course this is in volts. So now E is equal to, E is multiply this 1.11, so we get 4.44 n phi m F. So this is the EMF equation of a transformer, so in terms of volts. Okay, now the same equation can be expressed, that is in primary induced EMF with N1 number of turns. So we can express the same equation as E1, that is primary induced EMF in terms of N1 number of turns. So we can have it as E1 is equal to 4.44. Okay, so N1, remember, so whenever we find the primary, okay, so primary induced EMF E1, so we have to express N1 as N1. So primary number of turns in the primary winding. So 4.44 N1, so phi m and F. So this is E1. Similarly, we can also express E2, that is secondary induced EMF, that is E2 is equal to, so 4.44 into N2. Okay, so because the secondary induced EMF depends on what? So it depends on the value of, that is number of turns in the secondary winding. So N2 phi m and F. So both are in terms of volts. So this is the derivation of the EMF equation of a transformer. So in the previous session actually I have discussed about the transformation ratio. So transformation ratio we have expressed as K is equal to, that is in terms of induced EMF, so E2 by E1, and similarly this can be expressed in terms of V2 by V1, right? And so we have also expressed K in terms of current as I1 by I2. So now to obtain the same transformation ratio in terms of number of turns, so now we can substitute E2 here and E1 here. Okay, so E2 this equation and E1 as this equation. So what happens if we take the ratio of these two? So everything gets cancelled here, except the number of turns. So finally we obtain, if we substitute this E2 and E1 as, this E2 as 4.44 N2 phi m F, E1 as 4.44 N1 phi m F. Okay, so like here, so except this N1 and N2, rest of the parameter gets cancelled. So finally we obtain K as N2 by N1. Okay, so in this way we can express the transformation ratio. Now let's see some of the problems related to this EMF equation, so which we have derived just now. And you can just look into this problem. So before we calculate all these values, so first you need to write up the given data. So you can just look into the first value, so which is 250 kVA. So remember, whenever they provide in terms of this kVA, so you need to write this value as VA rating. So remember, so whenever they provide the value in terms of kVA, so which can be written as VA rating, which is equal to, so 250 kVA. Okay, 250 kVA. And remember, so we know another equation that VA rating is equal to okay, is equal to, so V into I. So remember, VA rating is nothing but what? It is volts ampere. It is nothing but volts ampere. So we can have this equation further to calculate the rated current or rated voltage. So VA rating is equal to V into I. Now the next value which they have provided, so these are in terms of volts, and so we can have V1 is equal to 11,000, and so we can have V2 is equal to 415 volts. So now we have got this V1 and then V2, and similarly, so we have another value which is frequency, F is equal to 50 Hertz. So single phase transformer has 80 turns on the secondary. Remember, they have provided 80 turns on the secondary. On the secondary means what? So this is the value of N2. N2 is equal to 80. N2 is equal to 80. Now we need to calculate what? In the first case, the rated primary and the secondary currents. So to find the primary and the secondary currents here, so as I have already told you, so VA rating is equal to V into I, and so in the first case we need to find the primary and secondary currents. So that means we can express I1 is equal to, so based on the equation which I have written here, so I is equal to, so what is I? I is equal to VA rating divided by V. And since we are calculating the primary current, so we can express it as I1 is equal to VA rating divided by V1. So now substitute the value of VA rating, which is 250 K, so kVA divided by, so what is V1, which is 11,000, right? So and remember, so this K should be expanded, that means into 10 power 3. So next I2 is equal to, so what is I2? Same equation, so VA rating divided by V2. So substitute the same, which is VA rating 250 K, so kVA, so divided by, so what is V2? V2 is equal to 415. Now simplify these two expressions, which are I1 and I2, then you get the value as I1 as 22.72 amperes, I2 as, so 602.409 amperes. Okay, so both are in terms of amperes. And in the next case, the number of primary turns. How we can calculate the number of primary turns? Because they have provided the number of secondary turns. And here in the second case, so we know that, so V2 divided by V1, which is equal to N2 divided by N1. So we know this relationship, isn't it? So V2 by V1, like according to transformation ratio, so V2 by V1 is equal to N2 by N1. And you can substitute the value of V2, which is already given. Of course, the V1 is also provided. Now N2 is given, so we can calculate the value of N1 using this equation, and we get N1 as 2122 number of turns, right? And in the third case, the maximum value of the flux. So maximum value of flux, so to calculate the maximum value of flux, so we need to have the equation which is E2. Okay, so E2 is equal to what? So we already derived that 4.44, so 5m F into N, isn't it? So here, and of course, so this V2 is nothing but again, so this can be considered as E2, and similarly V1 can be considered as E1. So now, so what is phi m? Phi m is equal to, so E2 divided by, so 4.44, and so frequency is given, because frequency is given as 50 hertz, so into 50 into, and so number of turns. So here we have expressed in terms of E2, so this must be N2. So what is N2 value here? N2 value is 80. Okay, so now what is E2? E2 is nothing but 415. So straight away you can substitute this as 415 and simplify this expression. So we get the maximum flux as, so 23.36 milliweber. So remember, we need to express the flux in terms of Weber. And in the next part, that is the fourth part, voltage induced per turn. Voltage induced per turn. We know that E is equal to, so 4.44, okay, so F phi m into N. Here the question is voltage induced per turn. Per turn means, so E divided by N. So I have just taken N here, so this becomes what? It is voltage induced per turn divided by N, and which is equal to what? So 4.44 F into phi m. So here we know the value of frequency and we have calculated the value of phi m. So substitute all these values to find E divided by N, which is the induced EMF per turn. So here we get, right, so we get in terms of this V by T. So V by T is nothing but voltage induced per turn, which is equal to 5.18. In this way we can calculate all these values. So now we shall move on to the next problem. So in the next problem, the required no load ratio in a single phase 50 hertz. Okay, so co-transformer. So of course, so frequency value is provided here, F is equal to 50 hertz, right, and co-transformer is, so 6000 slash 150 volts. So 6000 slash 150 volts is nothing but what? E1 is equal to 6000 volts. Next E2 is equal to, so 150 volts. So remember, so when they provide two values with slash, of course in terms of volts means, so the first one is E1 or V1 and the second value is E2 or V2. So we have taken E1 and E2. So now the question is, find the number of turns per limb. So number of turns per limb, okay, on the high and low voltage side if the flux is to be about. So the flux value is also provided here. So phi m is equal to 0.06 Weber, right? And before we calculate the number of turns per limb, so first we need to find out the number of turns in the primary and number of turns in the secondary. So what is the equation to find the number of turns? And we know that E2 is equal to, so 4.44, right, 4.44, so F phi m N2, right. So it is equal to this equation, and similarly, so here E1 is equal to 4.44 F phi m N1. Okay, so now E2 value and E1 values are provided in the problem. So substitute all these values because our aim is to find the value of N2. So what is N2? N2 is equal to E2 divided by, so 4.44 F phi m, and similarly E1 is equal to, so what is E1? E1 is equal, so here similarly, so what is N1? N1 is equal to E1 divided by, so 4.44, so phi F, 4.44 F into phi m. So substitute all these values in N2 equation and substitute the values in N1 equation. So we get N2 as 11.26 turns, 11.26 turns, and N1 as so 450.45 turns. So since we cannot keep the number of turns in terms of this decimal, okay, that is in terms of this fraction, so we have expressed N1 as 450 turns and N2 as 11 turns. But the question is number of turns per limb. Okay, especially in core type, since the windings are distributed uniformly, so we express the number of turns per limb as, that is N1 per limb. Number of turns per limb is nothing but N1 per limb, especially in core type. So we can have this equation as N1 divided by 2, right? Because in core type, so we have two limbs. In core type of the type transformer, so we have two limbs. So we can have this equation N1 per limb is nothing but N1 divided by 2. And similarly, so N2 per limb. So what is N2 per limb, which is again N2 divided by 2. So finally we can express the number of turns per limb both at the primary and the secondary as N1 divided by 2. So you can just divide, or you can just substitute the N1 value, which is 450, so divided by 2, and similarly so here, so 11 divided by 2. And again, if we get the value in terms of the fraction, so we can just round off the value, so and we can put it in the decimal. So example, in the second case, so we get 11 divided by 2 means, so we get 5.5, so we can approximate this to 6 turns. And similarly, even in the first case also, we can round off, and finally we can have a decimal value. Thank you.